you're studying the same topic, you're starting from the same base material, but your kids who are older and more independent do more things on their own.
What is my first step to be successful and not just dive in and feel really overwhelmed?
Yeah. Start with one thing. So start with like one thing that you're doing together. And it's kind of different. So if you're doing kind of like a morning time, we always tell people like start with just one thing and build and expand and make it bigger. Now, if you're starting with history or science or something like that, even then, just pick one subject that you're going to do together and really, really start enjoying the process of doing that together, as opposed to saying, well, next year we're going to do 5 content subjects together. Say next year we're going to do 1 together.
Yeah.
And you could even do it in such a way where you start a little earlier. I've always done a rolling start to my homeschool year, especially when my kids were little, where it's like, well, we would start with history and we would like do history for 3 or 4 weeks and get it under our belt before we would add science. So you could do the same thing with this. You could do it for a few weeks and then add in another subject and add in another subject as you go along until you get up. Get up to speed.
Lots of great practical tips there. And let's just reiterate that not everything has to be done together. If you like this idea, you can grab onto the one thing.
Yeah.
And see if it benefits your family. And then as it does, grow into that. So, yeah.
Can I address one more thing?
Please,
real
yes.
quick. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I just want, because there are probably some people out there who are thinking, oh my gosh, how is this lady telling me that my 6th grader and my 6-year-old can both be doing the same thing and get the same kind of learning? And there's a fancy word for it in education circles. It's called differentiated instruction. Yep. And basically what that means is you're presenting the same content, but you're just doing it at different levels. And so maybe you're starting by reading a really good quality picture book. And I will tell you, your 6th grader is not too old for a really good quality picture book. You're reading that picture book about ancient Egypt. And then when you're done reading that picture book, that 6-year-old leaves. They're done. They don't have to do anything else. But the 6th grader, on the other hand, maybe gets some additional reading that they do on their own. Maybe they provide you with a written narration about the content of that picture book. Maybe now you pull out a map of ancient Egypt and they fill out the map, or they do some additional research. So you're studying the same topic. You're starting from the same base material, but your kids who are older and more independent do more things on their own.
Homeschool Insights is sponsored by CTC Math. If you're looking for a great online math program, visit ctcmath.com and try it for free. For more great homeschool inspiration and resources, listen to the Schoolhouse Rocked podcast every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday.